Hey cats, it's your midsole man EDDBUD here, back with another running shoe yay or nay for you. This is where I check out some recently released or soon to be released running shoes and let you know if I'm going to pick up a pair for review or not. It isn't that I think the shoes are trash or I think they could be a potential treasure. You don't know that until you really get them on foot. But there might be one or two that particularly speak to me, or some that I think another shoe tuber will do more justice. Today we've got a shoe from On, the CLOUDBOOM Strike Light Spray. Also this bizarre shoe which is a collaboration between Nike and HYPERICE. It's called the HYPERBOOT, a weatherized version of the PUMA DEVIATE Nitro 3, and a sneaky peek at the SAUCONY ENDORPHIN Pro 5. Lots to get through, let's get to it. Thanks for joining me on the yay or nay, it's always appreciated. This is one of my favourite types of videos to make for the channel. Let's dive straight in there with the first shoe from On. So this is the CLOUDBOOM Strike Light Spray. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one. So this model's finally been made available for the public to buy. It's at quite a substantial cost though, 310 Earth credits. That is a lot of cash, it cannot be denied. The upper here is apparently a 1.5 kilometer thread that's spun into a seamless boot-like fit. I imagine with this one you really have to get the sizing absolutely nailed on. It can't be even like very slightly out or the shoe's going to sort of slip around. It also seems like it's incredibly hard to get on foot. I watched a couple of people trying to put the shoe on and they didn't have a shoe horn. It was almost impossible. Apparently 19% of folks, at least in the UK, have got one foot that's quite substantially larger than the other by like a half size. So that's like a fifth of all people out there. This might not really work too well unless you buy two pairs, of course. That's going to set you back 620 quid, which you know, it's chump change, isn't it? I think most people have got like a 2mm difference between their feet, so yeah, good luck with that. The midsole and outsole seem quite similar actually to the standard CLOUDBOOM Strike, though not identical. You got more of the Cloud Tech cutouts. And a much lower weight actually. This one's 170 grams for the sample size against 219 for the standard CLOUDBOOM Strike. Outsoles are quite similar. It does seem like we got a slightly shallower rubber spread on the outsole on this light spray version, though oddly no separated sections through the forefoot. It's certainly been minimised in all other aspects though to make the shoe perhaps a little bit more nimble, a bit quicker, a bit lighter. On are playing a strange game here, you know, charging more than the very popular Alphafly 3. I lost track of how many people I saw wearing those at the Manchester Marathon earlier this year. And Nike are a bit on the wane, you know, people want innovation and certainly this is very innovative, but 310 quid's taking the Michael. Very pricey shoe. And I think it's only going to appeal to a very particular person, and that person is not me. I don't think this one's worth the outlay. I just don't think that many people are actually that bothered. I think if you want to test out an On race shoe, pick up the CLOUDBOOM Strike. That's on discount now for 180. Still pretty expensive, but it's a good bet. So yes, a nay on the light spray version of the CLOUDBOOM Strike from On. There you go, I've saved myself 310 quid already. I was very excited to see another Nike running shoe appear on the app, and then I saw what it actually was and how much it cost, and now I'm not excited at all. The Nike X HYPERICE HYPERBOOT is a recovery-like shoe which will actually warm your feet and provide compression as well around them in a bid to help relax you while you're standing or walking, maybe even sitting or travelling as well. You could perhaps get on the train, couldn't you, and put these on, maybe. The boots cost £700 here in the UK, yeah, 700 quid. It's no wonder Nike are in the doldrums, isn't it? I mean, they seem to produce a good running shoe and then they would produce something like this that's all just hype, isn't it? I mean, it's even in the name, isn't it? Just make the Vaporfly next percent again. You'll sell loads of them, Nike, rather than this pointless junk. The battery apparently only lasts 1 to 1.5 hours as well. So you'll have to bring along like a small generator as well to get your feet warm. You may as well just bring a small electric heater with you. Nike only give you a 60-day warranty as well, with the rest of it supplied by HYPERICE themselves. I mean, do you need any further reasons not to buy this? You'll look like something out of RoboCop, won't you? There's loads of other equally overpriced items from this brand as well. Why Nike feel the need to place swooshes over this, I don't know. They can't even sell the stock of all the current running shoes that they've got up, so I'm not sure why they're delving into this one, but it's a firm nay on that one. But you know that some Instagram shoe tubers out there will get sent them and tell you that they're absolutely fantastic. You know it's going to happen. We move on. Puma are about to launch a weatherized version of their DEVIATE Nitro 3 shoe. I think this one's around about the same price as the standard version as well. Lots of people are asking me about a V4, but I don't think that's anywhere near close to being released, because Puma are releasing new colourways of the DEVIATE Nitro 3 next month. So yeah, I wouldn't expect the 4 anytime soon. This water repellent version features a guard-like sheath across the top of the foot. Yep, I said sheath, where the standard lacing's replaced by a toggle system to make it a little bit easier to get the shoe locked around your foot, and also keep out that pesky moisture and keep it in to a certain extent, I suppose. You can't have it both ways, can you? I can see this being a valuable option there in Europe, perhaps for the very wet climates. Perhaps a bit of overkill in dry areas, just don't need it, do you? But in the UK, it could work out alright. I can see people picking these up for the winter months and stopping your foot from getting wet and then very cold, which is not ideal in any stretch. I hate that when that happens. Even a light jog around the block, you know, in the wet and windy conditions can be quite testing, so this could make it a little bit easier. It might just get you out the door. Aside from the new upper design changes, the outsole and midsole units remain pretty much the same from the standard V3, so if it's a shoe that works for you in standard form, this could be absolutely ideal and a great pickup. For me though, I don't think there's quite enough here to make this an essential purchase right now, so it's a nay on the Puma DEVIATE Nitro 3 WTR Plus. There's a plus at the end, don't forget that. Okay, last one up for you, a sneaky little look at the Endorphin Pro 5 from SAUCONY. This appears to be quite the shake-up actually from the last shoe, with some removal of foam around that heel area, although with a slightly more pronounced sidewall there, certainly on the lateral side. Still sticking with the Power Run HG layer by all accounts directly under the foot. The outsole though does see some changes with the inclusion of the rubber similar to that found on the Endorphin Elite 2. That is a shoe that's risen up the rankings for me over the last few months. I do have a long-term review on that one coming up for you tomorrow. I could perhaps speculate a little here. Could it be that there's some other foam hiding in the forefoot area there? That luminous yellow-green part which is cut out. Could it be IncrediRun? Though that stuff is very, very soft. Perhaps even too soft to use in that area of the shoe. You really want something there that's quick to return to its form, you know, sort of really quick bouncy foam. Maybe it's just paint. It's impossible to know right now. But, you know, you can always speculate, can't you? The first and third Endorphin Pro shoes were excellent for me, though the second and fourth didn't quite hit the spot. Definitely more foam carved out here on the outsole area. That could lower the weight a little bit, which is where it's at with current race shoe trends, isn't it? We've got people like Puma, Adidas and Asics all lowering the weight of their running shoes down to, you know, below 200 grams, which is incredible, really. I wonder if Saucony are taking note of that. Either way, an interesting turn with quite a few changes. Means it's less of a design change for the sake of it here in the Endorphin Pro 5, though I don't think we'll see this one until February, perhaps 2026, so it's quite a way off yet. It's certainly a yay from me though on the Endorphin Pro 5 from Saucony whenever it does actually release. Certainly worth a blast. What do you make of these four? Are there any takers of any of them? Is the spray-on upper igniting your excitement? I think the Puma is probably the most usable of all the shoes here. I think you get some good miles out of that during the winter months. Let me know your thoughts on these down in the comments. Quick musical interlude for you. More tracks that I can recommend from V Recordings, actually. This album's compiled by Brian G. I think he had something to do with like starting the whole thing up. Bizarrely, a track from Ronnie Size called Silent Partner, and then in brackets it says Run. And it's absolutely fantastic for running. Just the right sort of tempo to keep the cadence up. Driving bass, some odd little atmospheric noises here and there, but aside of that, it just really kept me focused and locked into the speed I was running at earlier on. Another great track from DJ Crust on this one called Poison. Again with those rolling beats. Interesting, less aggressive bass sounds, I suppose. They just seem to really work for me in terms of the cadence, in terms of the atmosphere. You don't want to run like all out. It's just great for sort of tempo running, I suppose. Go and check it out, the V Recordings Retrospective Volume 4. I think those guys must have just been making tracks every single day. There's like hundreds and hundreds of tunes by Crust, Ronnie Size, Serv, and DJ Die. And then that's not even taken into account the ones that were produced by like other artists on other labels for recordings as well. It's just loads of it. Thanks for tuning in, people. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, like, and drop us a comment for the algo. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you